Good morning, kind people. Hello, I am the Sports Judge. Thanks for keeping up with my content. Total disgrace of a season for the Philadelphia Eagles. You let an entire city down. You went 10-1 to playing like absolute dog shit. This was a historical late season collapse. They were 10-1 with the same play calling, then went 1-6 to end the season. That's a total disaster for that team, as good as they were coming into this season. And as expected, like most people knew they would, they get bounced in the first round. An early postseason exit. It's one thing to fall into a slump, but this was inexcusable. This was unacceptable and inexcusable. Everybody on that coaching staff should lose their jobs today. They should have been fired last night, as far as I'm concerned. The head coach, offensive coordinator, and defensive coordinator all need to be fired immediately. Immediately. I wouldn't have let them get on the plane, to be honest with you. The owner should have made all of them fly commercial back home and serve them stale peanuts to eat. Because this was an absolute calamity, is what it was. In any job, that's a fireable offense. I don't know how Nick Sirianni can keep his job after this. Continuity and stability. It's what this franchise needs. This franchise needs a change. This team set itself up for an epic letdown ever since the 49ers broke them into tiny little pieces. And now that Philly season is over, they have some soul searching to do. Fans in Philly, no doubt, are feeling mournful and melancholy. Sad times in Philly as the Eagles had fallen on hard times, right? And we kind of anticipated for this to happen. Unpopular opinion, I was stupid enough to give this team a chance to actually beat the Bucs. My dumb ass picked the Eagles to win this game. And a lot of people were saying, why would you pick the Eagles to win this game as bad as they've been? And with the way things played out, the odds were stacked against them. So maybe I should have picked the Bucs to win the game. Everything went wrong for this team. The offense, the defense. The offense mustered up 9 points while the defense gave up 32. And I don't know if I ever watched a football game, and I watched a lot of games in my lifetime. I don't know if I ever watched a football game in my life where I saw as many missed tackles as I did in that game last night. Excuse me. That was absolutely pathetic. They couldn't tackle, couldn't get stops, and gave up big plays. You're in the National Football League, and you mean to tell me you can't tackle? That was absolutely unacceptable. I couldn't believe what I was seeing watching that game last night. You allowed Baker Mayfield to do something that no quarterback in Tampa Bay Buccaneers history has ever done. He was playing with bad ribs, and he threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in a playoff game. I couldn't believe the missed tackles. 10 missed tackles. I believe it was 10 missed tackles. And guess what? Their secondary is soft. Soft as hell. Soft like Charmin toilet paper, okay? This was unbelievable. The amount of tackles they missed. This was a team at its lowest point last night. And I'm placing the blame on the coaching staff. I'm placing the blame on the coaching for this downfall. Coaching got to be able to hold these guys accountable. Demoting Sean Desai to promote Matt Patricia might be one of the worst in-season coaching changes of all time, if not the worst. I've never seen a collapse like this. Never. And I've been watching football all my life. I've never seen anything this catastrophic. It felt as if this team progressively got worse and worse as time went on. Not any better. This team gave up weeks ago. Okay, this team quit. This team had no fight in them. This team lacked heart. Players and coaches alike. They gave up. They quit. The Bucs showed more heart. The lack of offensive creativity. They weren't committed to tackling. A coach who mentally checked out. And an overexposed defensive scheme. Gotta blow this whole thing up. Start over. Build from bottom to top. They need a complete overhaul on defense at least 3 levels. The back 7 particularly. The defense was incapable of stopping anybody. Their franchise quarterback regressed, and someone called me crazy for saying their quarterback regressed. Have you not watched the football games? He was putting up video game numbers last year. What happened? I know he's been banged up. I'll cut him some slack. He was playing with a dislocated middle finger on his throwing hand. He's been battling injuries all season. Let's see what he does next season. I'll go as far to say the roster needs a total upgrade. This is the most pathetic, disappointing, humiliating loss in the history of this franchise. Beyond embarrassing. Clean out the entire house. Everyone deserves to lose their jobs today. And I'll be very surprised if Nick Sirianni keeps his job. I'll be very surprised if the Eagles retain him. Jason Kelce, the 36-year-old, became visibly emotional at the end of the Eagles game, and he told his teammates in the locker room last night that he will be retiring. And I don't blame him, because it looks like this team has reached a point where they're about to go into a rebuild. They need to get better on defense. They need to get better on offense. There's a lot of things that needs to change in Philly. And I think if I was Jason Kelce, given the success that I've had, I would have walked away from this game as well. It was a perfect time to walk away from this mess that has occurred in Philly. What has transpired in Philly is beyond incomprehensible. What we just witnessed was one of the biggest collapses in NFL history. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate the love and support. If you like this video, please do me a huge favor. Give it a thumbs up. Share this video. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Talk to you guys very soon.